If you're a hip hop artist who wants to mix your own recorded music, then I'm going to show you how with videos that go over mixing both the beat and vocals step by step. I'm Jamal Patton, and I've been involved in music creation for more than 35 years. Over the last 6 years as a mastering engineer, I have helped hip hop artists get their music ready to be released. And now, I will do the same for you. Let's begin. Okay, so there's something I want to show you real quick. Now, a mix is all about 3 things, and that's balance, balance, and balance. Everything needs to be balanced. And you're going to hear me use that word a lot. Balanced, balance, whatever derivative of that word, you're going to hear me use it a lot because it's very, very important. So you might be asking, okay, so how do I know when it's balanced? How can I find that out? How can I check? So I'm going to show you a quick little trick that I do. And this works with all of the other instruments. Okay. So like I said before in an earlier video, the kick and the snare, as far as the drums go, are the two that are going to be the same loudness wise, as far as what you hear, and volume wise, as far as what you see. Now, that being the case, you can use those to balance all the other drums. So let's take a listen to that real fast. Okay, now what you're listening for is you're listening for the snare. You're listening to that pop of the snare, the snap. Now remember, this is for all the instruments. You can use this to balance all of them. Now when an instrument is too loud, when you balance it against the kick and the snare, that pop is going to go away. It's not going to snap and pop like it does, or like it's supposed to. And when the instrument is too low, then that snap of the snare, that pop, is going to sound too loud. The kick is going to sound a little too loud also. It's going to start kicking. It's going to start kicking off a little too hard. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to bring in the hi-hat. This is what it sounds like balanced. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this hi-hat up and down a little bit, only 1/10 of a dB, just to show you how if it's just off slightly, it's going to affect the way the kick and the snare sounds. But you want to pay attention to the way the snare sounds, because that's where you're going to hear the difference, because you're listening for that pop. Remember, I'm going to leave them balanced for now. Pay attention to the pop of the snare. Then I'm going to turn the hi-hat up and I'm going to turn it down from its current position. And listen to the pop of the snare. When I turn it up, you're going to hear how it kind of dulls out and disappears a little bit. And when I turn it down lower than this level here, the pop's going to get more louder. It's going to get more prominent. The kick will start to kick off a little more too. So check this out. Now it's very subtle. The snare sounds like it's still popping, but listen to it. I'm going to start it off with this being up 1/10 of a dB, then I'm going to bring it back down to normal. Listen to that pop. You see how that pop sounded more fuller and louder and present and full, like it was all the way there? That's because it's balanced now. And when it's higher, when the hi-hat is higher, even by 1/10 of a dB, listen to that pop. You see that difference? Now, let's bring this back here. Now, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn it the other way. Start off balanced, then I'm going to turn it down 1/10 of a dB. Check this out. You hear that snap got louder, that pop got louder, and the kick is kicking harder. It's kicking a little too hard. And that's a good way to tell really instruments in general, but definitely with the drums. They sound like they're making the speaker work too hard. If it sounds like it's making the speaker work too hard, then it probably is making the speaker work too hard. Unless that's an effect you're going for. That's how you know something's either too loud or too low. Especially if you use this method to balance. You'll definitely hear the difference. Check this out again. See, now the kick and the snare sound too full, too present, because the hi-hat is not full enough. It's not balanced. And that's how you know when something is properly balanced. And you can use this trick for all of the other instruments. Use the kick and the snare, they're balanced, and then you play that one instrument with the kick and the snare, and listen to that snare, listen to that pop. You can listen to both drums, but I usually listen to the pop of the snare. And if that pop is nice and full, but not too full, then it's balanced. If it's not full enough, if it sounds kind of empty, kind of weak, then whatever you're balancing against it is too loud. And if it sounds too full and too powerful, then whatever you're balancing against it is not loud enough. And that's how you balance it. See you in the next video.